Hey, how you doing? My name is Art, and welcome back to the Warren Show. This is another new week, and what this week is, well, if you're watching this on Sunday, it's New Comic Book Day. If you're watching any other day besides Sunday, it's still the same. Now, the thing is that I watched about 5 channels what they picked up, and some of the things that they picked up, I picked up too. So let's take a look at what I got. Went to 3 stores today, and this day was one of those killer days. I was like, oh my gosh, it was killer. And I also got some mail. Restarted the modem. So, Hardware 3 from Milestone. To tell you the truth, out of all the Milestone books I've been reading, this is the one I like the least. It doesn't have that same punch. Now, what happened is that picked this up Maniac of New York. X-Force Killshot #1. Snake Eyes Declassified. Endgame Declassified. King of Spies. Heard a lot of good things about this book. It's kind of like, the synopsis, from what I understand, is like, what if someone like James Bond had cancer and he decided to right the wrongs? I guess. Darkhawk #4. This is one of my cover buys. The Robin Annual number 2021 Annual. Basically, from what I understand, it's about the origin of Dead Girl. Detective Comics 2021 Annual. And of course, the Nightwing Annual. Avengers 750. Love this. And this, when I saw it on Comic Vet stream, I forgot what his name was. It Digger Jim? He pulled this out, or is it Rob's Fat Stacks? One of them showed this. I was like, I gotta pick that one up. And so I searched for that one. Fantastic 438. If you notice, this is She-Hulk. Now, why is there's a new She-Hulk book coming out, so why is it big focus on She-Hulk? Maybe because the She-Hulk TV show that's coming out sometime next year, maybe? Variant. The Trial of Magneto #4. At first I was like, wow, this is a very unique story. Then it got confusing. So I'm wondering, I'm just trying to figure that one out. But anyway, The Me You Love in the Dark. It was funny, I was watching DJ Link, so he was talking about this, and he goes, yeah, this is like a toxic relationship in which technically when I read this, I was in a toxic relationship, and it's felt exactly like this. So it's almost as if I wrote it, but well. Human Target Book 2. Like the premise of this. Did you know there was a Human Target TV show back in the day? Sisters of Battle number 4 for Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer 40K. I don't know. I've been thinking about getting back into this game, but this game is totally expensive. I was thinking about doing a video about me showing you guys some of the models and everything and how much they cost. I mean, tell you the truth, this is focused around the Sisters of Battle, which is a really unique team, but initial startup to play this game again for me would be $100. That's just for the rule book and one core book and a rule book from one of my armies, which is the Imperial Guard. Then if I want a Space Marines, that's another $40. Then if I want the Grey Knights, which is another $40. Then on top of that, if I wanted to play a different army, which I was thinking about, that's another at least $300 to $400 startup. So yeah, it's kind of expensive. Fun game, but kind of expensive. Daredevil 36, the last issue before the Devil's Reign comes out. And variant cover, love this. Dune, House Atreides. This is, I think this is the last one. 12 or 12, I believe. I think it's 12 issues, so that is number 12. Spawn 324. Darth Vader 18. Bounty Hunters 18. Featuring Bosk and Forlom. I don't know the other guys, but offhand I don't know the other guys, but hey, if Bosk is in one of these books, you gotta read it, because I'm a Bosk fan. Besides Boba Fett, of course. Another Hulk variant, number 1. Venom number 2. Amazing Spider-Man number 80. Featuring Craven the Hunter. I picked up some other books. I picked up some, cheaper books. This one kind of stuck with me. Amazing Spider-Man 181. Not bad. Little spine roll right here. I mean, thing is, without me taking out the book, this is what I'm looking at. It looks pretty cool. Avengers 172, featuring Hawkeye on the cover. And Avengers 189, featuring Hawkeye. Maybe because I'm in the mood to watch this Hawkeye TV show finally, to see what all the buzz and the not so buzz is about. Funny story about Hawkeye, the TV show. There is a minor spec on one of the books, and the funny thing is, one of the books I got as a in a mystery box, and the hilarious part was it was the debut of Lucky the Pizza Dog. And I was like, but the thing is, the Lucky the Pizza Dog, there's 2 versions. One is red, one is like just him walking in the snow, but the purple one is the one that's worth money. And I was like, no. But anyway, mail call. Oh, before we do mail call, Figaro, Spy Master. The reason why, because it comes with the leg for Crimson Dynamo. So now, out of this list, I got to get Crossbones, which I'm looking for. Winter Soldier again. Yelena, Black Widow's sister, and Black Widow. And then I have the whole set to build this guy. So I need 4 more figures for that set. Yay. But anyway, here's another mail call. This is Fantasy Masterpieces Silver Surfer number 3. This is a reprint of Silver Surfer number 3, in which it shows is the origin, it's a reprint of the first. Oh. It's supposed to be the reprint of the first Mephisto. I was like, oh! Grabbed the wrong one. Yeah, originally presented in Silver Surfer number 3. This is a reprint. So, like, back then, they didn't have, like, second prints and stuff like that back then. Especially, look at it. Look at the price. 75 cents. 1979, I believe. Yeah, see, 1979. I was 8 years old when they printed this. So what they did is that they made a separate comic book line and they reprinted stuff that way, which is kind of neat back then. Now, there's something I want to show you. Something I want to show. It's kind of interesting. Back in the 80s, Marvel Comics created a children's line called Star Comics. And sometimes, like, was it Terry the Astronaut? Was it called Terry the Astronaut? Something like that. The Ewoks was a part of that when the Star Wars was popular. Ewoks was in it. They had their own comic book. Some other people, which I can't remember offhand. But one of my favorite characters. I found this. Now, one of my favorite characters from this line, actually my only favorite character from this line, showed up in the Into the Spider-Verse movie. Now the question is, do you know which one it is? Can you take a guess before I show it to you? Okay, enough time for that. Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. So imagine the Marvel Universe in a different universe where everybody's an animal. So there's animal versions of everybody. So Peter Porker was a pig. And see, that's J. Jonah Jameson, and that's somebody which I can't remember offhand. And there's supposed to be a Doctor Doom-ish character. So it was pretty cool. Number 2. I have this one, but not in this kind of. But this is a better quality than I have. The one I have. Then again, the one I have is pretty red. I think it was like 1985. Pretty well red. Or 86. Number 3. Number 4. And number 11. And the thing is, it's a very, very funny story. It's meant to be lighthearted and funny, and plus it's for kids, so hey, I thought it was hilarious. Also, I picked up this. I don't know why I did this, but there was an auction for this comic book for $1, so I picked it up. Of course, shipping was like $8, but that's okay. Tales of Suspense featuring Iron Man and Captain America number 77. Yes, this is a reader copy. I just picked it up for the shits and giggles. You see it's well worn. And look at that. For $1. One of the things that I missed about comics, I think one of the things that made comic books easier to be affordable because they always had ads. They had ads all over the place in these books, so I guess it offset the cost. But anyway, I thought this was pretty fun. Spawn number 8. Really nice condition. Very nice condition. One of my favorite ones. Of course, this is Tom McFarlane aping his own Spider-Man pose, of course. Now, this one is a little bit interesting. Now, in a past video, one of the hobbies I do is play HeroClix, which is basically a tabletop skirmish game based upon miniatures from Marvel and DC. So, of course, during Disney Plus Day, I made an order at WizKids, and I ordered this. Thanos and the Thanos Copter. Now, of course, that sounds absurd. It sounds very absurd. Why would Thanos holding the Cosmic Cube would need a helicopter? It's very absurd. But the thing is that a lot of those figures, a lot of those clicks, are based off of actual comic books. And so what happened was I saw it, I said, no way, it can't be. Now, this one cost me a pretty penny because the average price I saw this book was like for $60 to $70. I got it for like 30 something or 40. Yeah, I'm surprised too. But what happened was this comic book is a Marvel comic, but it was a promotional liaison. You know, like for example, Marvel licensed characters to certain entities for whatever reason, and this show was called. It was for a TV show back in the '70s to early '80s. Which I used to watch all the time. It was called The Electric Company. Now, one of the reasons why I was watching it because it helped people read and all this other stuff. You know, my brother at the time, I was watching it with him to help him read. And one of the characters was Spider-Man. Well, a guy dressed in a Spider-Man costume, but you know, of course. And I was like, because I used to watch it for that. Now, one of the other things about the Electric Company, and the thing is, you can find clips of this on YouTube. A young Morgan Freeman is in this show. A young Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I didn't realize that too. I was like, he was in that show. Oh my gosh. Oh well. But anyway, without further ado, this is the book. With the infamous Thanos copter. Huh. It's funny. Yeah, the big spine roll and everything else. And one of the other things on the back had like coupons, which people clipped out. I'm pretty sure I clipped mine out for whatever reason. Oh yeah, because before you could subscribe to Marvel directly and they have it mailed to you. So imagine like Marvel and DC mailing you your comic books every month. Yes, in the 70s and 80s they did that. And this book is a collection of stories. Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel back then. Impossible Man. And unfortunately, Thanos with the Thanos helicopter fighting Hellcat. So sometimes playing HeroClix, I have bought comic books based off of that. Now, funny thing, this was like $40. This is one of the cheaper versions of it, and it's in not the best condition, but this is one of the cheaper, one of the better conditions I see. Some better conditions were like $70 to $80 at times. So yeah, there we go. And this one is a coup de grace. Something I've been wanting to get for a while. But I couldn't find it for whatever reason. And so I decided to look for it because of one of my channels I watch called Majestic, which they do HeroClix and they do CGC comic books and some specs. And also, this is the basis of a new show that's coming out for Disney Plus. Yes, this video is getting a little bit long. I'm sorry. Secret Invasion. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. And the whole run of number 8. I was looking for this for years. And of course, I couldn't find the actual comic books like this, nor could I find or for some strange reason in all my stores and everything else, I couldn't find the graphic novel. Now, true, I could have went to Amazon and just got it. Yes, that's right. I could have did that, but I didn't want to do that. So, that is it of the comic books of the week. So, got another piece of mail that I got in today, which I'm doing a separate unboxing for this one, for Unknown Comics. Another variant cover that's coming up soon. If you some of my videos the last couple of days, I bought a whole bunch of HeroClix stuff for Black Friday, and I've been posting that here on my channel. And whether you like to watch it or not, that's great, that's awesome. But I'm not exactly sure when I'm gonna be posting it. It's gonna be the Hulk Ragnarok, and I got the Avengers Defenders set to open up as well. So, like, for example, by the time you watch this, I did the Galactus unboxing. I also did the the Legend of Hank Pym unboxing, which has his various counterparts. So Thor Ragnarok from the Thor Ragnarok movie, and Avengers Defenders. So that's coming up pretty soon. And maybe some musings from myself, musings from my head and from my heart, whatever. And that thing coming up pretty soon. And other than that, that is it for this week. So if you like anything, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, whether it works or not. Give me some words of wisdom, words of kindness, words of scorn, words of anger. Do all the YouTube things. Trying to see if my internet comes back on. Okay, that way I can watch Hawkeye. But anyway, with that being said, thank you very much for watching this. This is a little bit longer than normal, I know. And for that, I'm sorry. I just wanted to throw all this stuff out. I could have did it in separate things, but that's okay. So without further ado, thank you very much for watching. Forgot what I was going to say, but that's okay. That way I can think about it and remind you another day. See you for later.